Today we'll discuss what would happen to the GTA 5 gang if Michael lost it the moment he met Steve Haynes. So how would this happen is Michael would sit down with Steve and Dave and Agent Sanchez. You know that part where Steve grabs Michael and kind of starts choking him? Well, in this version, Michael's temper would get the better of him, and so the exact moment that Steve lets go, he sits back down, then pulls out a gun, and with his extra quick draw, puts one right between Steve Haynes' eyes, dropping him where he stands. Just then, Sanchez tries to go for Michael, but long before he could go for his gun, he's dropped too, and Michael and Dave need to leave immediately since Michael just killed 2 federal agents and Dave was there in broad daylight in a very public place, mind you. Michael reaches out to Franklin, and him and Dave plan to rob the FIB, all 3 of them that is, and they all want to delete the files on everyone right now. That's a urgent matter, and the plan wouldn't really include Trevor though, as him and Dave working together, that wouldn't be a pretty sight to see, to say the least, and Trevor would have no idea what's going on, and with the help of Lester, the gang would rob the FIB, making sure that even if they get taken in, they don't know who Michael really is, they don't know about his deal with Dave, and they also have no info on Trevor, allowing him to no longer be off the grid as well. Real quick though, if you're enjoying this video so far, leave a like on it and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 3K subs before GTA 6, and if you feel like it, make sure to check out my channel memberships, that'll help a lot. This way the FIB raid would happen way earlier, and Steven Sanchez would never be a problem. However, the crew would still have to lay low, probably out in the desert, you know, somewhere in the Alamo Sea or whatever, with Dave for a good half a year, maybe even more, and this is when they'd actually do the Polito score, since they'd eventually run out of money and have no choice. But in a matter of maybe half a year, like I said, maybe a few months more, the gang would be able to return to Los Santos, as well no one could find them, and I don't think they'd be looking for them out in the Alamo Sea. And also the files are deleted because they did the FIB raid earlier, so they're pretty chill in terms of that. And then everything happens just like in the original, except for the Merryweather heist, in which in this reality no one would really want to participate in. When Dave would tell them about what Trevor's really trying to steal, I think Dave would catch on to that really quick. Blitz play never happens as well, Steve's dead, and they never meet Devin Weston, and Michael never meets Solomon Richards. Now as for things with Martin Madrazo, that whole thing stays the same, and while Michael and Trevor would be on the run for a second time in this reality, in this version they wouldn't really be messing with Merryweather though. Instead, Trevor would take out his shit list, and Michael would help him with some old enemies, such as the O'Neills, just like they did in the original, so they just have their fun there. As for Dave, I think he would still maybe as a precaution change his identity if he decides to stay in Los Santos, as he was right then and there when Steve got shot, and they worked together, so I do think that that's a preventive measure that Dave would definitely take. As for the main trio, which are still out in the desert, they would also take care of Wei Chang after the O'Neill brothers, because Wei Chang, let's be real, was probably getting a little bit too comfortable while Trevor was in Los Santos, so they took care of him since they already did the Polito score the first time. Eventually they do settle things with Martin, and Trevor has his shit show with Floyd and Deborah, and the crew is putting in motion a plan to rob the big one, something Dave would really want to have any part in, and he just choose to lay low instead. But things would go very wrong when Trevor finds out about Brad, and Trevor goes to Los Santos to take care of Dave, because in this reality Dave was a lot more involved with the group, and Trevor would go to his house, wherever it may be, wherever he's hiding, and take him out, then bury him somewhere on a beach out in Polito Bay, ensuring that he's never found. The wrap up would never happen. However, I do think that Lester would still get everyone together for the big one, and it would go just like in the original, although Michael would be a lot more pissed with Trevor because in this reality he killed Dave. But what's done is done, and I do think that they would eventually patch things up, but we would have some more arguments and whatnot, maybe as like some post-game content or something, I don't know. As for Solomon, he just gets screwed over by Devin Weston and would be forced into essentially early retirement, and at the end of the game, we would see Franklin on his own making the decision to one night take out Stretch, as he almost got Lamar killed too many times, because that never changed. He still got set up at Hood Safari, he still got kidnapped by the ballas and brought out to Toledo Bay and Lamar down, and that was all Stretch's fault. And with that, while the gang did take a different path in this reality, I argue that things went better for them since Steve Haynes was taken care of nice and early, as well as the Triads, and they never had any business with Devin Weston, so I think everyone wins. With that said, I want to thank you for watching this video. Leave your thoughts and opinions on this what if in the comments down below. Leave some of your good what if suggestions in the comments as well. Make sure that there's something that actually affects the story. Until next video stream, bye bye.